Hi, today I'm going to tell you why I have decided to go completely virtual instruments, instead of recording real instruments. It is to do with work and deadlines and a lot of tweaks required by the director. So let me show you. For an example, if I have a little track here that I made just to show as a demonstration. So let's say, for an example, I'm working on maybe an action film, and the director wants to hear a cue in 2 hours, right? So I quickly sketch up a cue that maybe sounds something like this. Right, and then I let the director hear this cue, and he goes, okay, that's not bad, but could we make it a little bit faster? Right now I feel like it's not enough adrenaline, right? For an example, right? So all we have to do right here is simply up the tempo, and everything goes along with it. Right? And now, after I let the director hear this, he's like, hey, wait a minute. Now it sounds like it's trying too hard, like it's too fast now. I'm like, okay, first you say you want it fast, now you say you don't want it fast. He's like, yeah, do me a favor, asshole. So I'm like, okay. So do you want it slower this time? He's like, yeah, let's try that. Okay, let's try that. So leaving everything in MIDI format allows us to try different tempos, and you can still hear the entire thing. So in this case, now let's lower the tempo. Oh no, I don't like it. And now the director says, I don't like it. Can we go back to the original tempo which you started from? I'm like, okay. All right. Now let's go back to the original tempo. Now, director finally says, okay, let's move on, right? So this is the main reason why even though I can play guitar, I can play bass, whatever, I can play, I can record real instruments. But the problem is, once you record real instruments, you can't really change the tempo anymore. You're pretty much stuck with what you've got. Right? So I'm making the bold move because the technology for samples now sounds pretty good, So I'm moving all virtual, It allows me to change the tempo easily, not just to suit the director's taste, but also the tempo affects the synchronization to the footage, to the picture, to the movie, So if, let's say, certain hit points of the music didn't really sync up with one cut of the footage, I can just nudge the tempo a little bit and I can get it to sit right at the sync point, So to me, in my line of work, at least, as a film composer, keeping everything as virtual as possible until everything is confirmed is the benefits outweigh the disadvantages. And then obviously there's budget problems, and maybe this production can't hire a full orchestra, or they can't even hire a few players. We keep it all extremely just totally in the virtual domain, and then as I demonstrated earlier, tempos can be changed and everything just plays accordingly. Whereas if you are stupid enough to record real instruments before even the director gets to hear what you did, it's your funeral, pal. Don't be an idiot. You see? So sketch out your ideas, keep everything virtual, keep it all in MIDI format, let the director hear it, and then once he gives the okay, or he requires you to make more changes, you can still make changes in MIDI format easily. Whereas if you stupidly went to record a real instrument and then now the director says, can we make it faster or slower? Can we change this note? Can we get rid of that note? And then you're like, okay. And then you gotta re-record again, real instruments. So it's a fucking time waster and money waster. So yeah, I'm moving all virtual.